Alright everybody, so Vinland Saga episode 34 this week. Einar and Thorfinn are absent, but, but, but the episode is basically about, it starts out with, Canute having a, sparring match with the, captain of his royal guard, and, and, um, and, and, um, and everybody being impressed about how good Canute can move around. And then after the sparring match is over, Canute and his most trusted advisor, Gunnar, basically sit in his throne room to discuss about the fact that be, 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 because of the fact that he's now king of Denmark after he poisoned Harold, and Harold has now passed away at the end of last week's episode, and the fact that the 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 amount of money that 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 Canute needs to maintain should be about around £3,000 or so, and 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 Canute doesn't want to make any more tax increases on the people, even though Gunnar suggests raising taxes exponentially, because eventually they're going to have to do that anyway. But Canute says he doesn't want to do that because that would that would alienate him even more from the English people. Gunnar offers up another solution in reducing the one Danish army that Canute still has under his control, and Canute's like, absolutely not, because a king is like a sword, and without military might, what good is a king? And so Canute says in Gunnar's plan proposal, I I I I don't see the names of any farmers' families in this, so so I'm just going to start reacquiring the farmlands and make the money to support the army that way, because we need the money, and me raising taxes on the English people what wouldn't do me any good as a Dane and as the new king. So Canute says requirement of the most lucrative farm in the south, that being Kari's farm. And yes, everybody, I think I finally learned how to pronounce the master's true name. Will be the first farm to be repossessed, and it just so happens that Kari and Omar have met up with Thorgil, and Thorgil unfortunately informs them both that Kari and Omar are a week late to pay a visit to the now former late king of Denmark, Harold, because Harold died from his poisoning about a week ago. And so still in an effort to build a better relationship with Canute as the new king of Denmark, and and for the farm to continue to have support from the king. Thorgil, as a top member of Canut's guard, is asked by Kari to basically pull some strings and make an audience with Canute happen like as soon as possible. The only thing is, guys, Omar, kind of being the still idiot son that Kari's ashamed of, even though he's 20 years old now, ends up going and picking a fight with Leif's son, Thorfinn, also known as Bug Eyes. And yes, everybody, we do actually get to see Leif once again in this episode, and and Omar actually almost ended up getting into a fight with Thorfinn, at, at, because just as Kari feared, Omar very Kara accidentally bumped into Bug Eyes and knocked off that Thorfinn's club that he was willing to that he was going to use to trade for something, and they almost escalated into a big fight, and both uh, uh, and both dads wanted to see how both sons would handle themselves, and they're both a huge disappointment, and that's when Leif basically had the chance to sit down with Kari again and say, I'm sorry for what happened to your son Thorfinn. Here, Bug Eyes, this will compensate for any trouble my idiot son caused you. Will this be enough? And Omar and Thorfinn's like, yeah, this will cover it. And then when they all sit down together, Kari actually does say that one of his workers it 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 is also named Thorfinn, and that's when Leif reveals that that he's actually continue to spend years looking for Thorfinn as because he still wants to honor the promise that he made to Helga to bring Thorfinn home to Iceland. The only problem is Leif can't convince his people that he came to the town in Poland to take the 10-day 10-day round trip that it would take to drop Leif off at Kari's farm to actually see Thorfinn again. And the next day, Thorgil does arrange Kari's private meeting with King Canute, and just as everything is seemingly going well, Omar makes another idiotic request in an effort to become a real man again. He basically begs Canute to become a member of the guard, just like Thorgil is, and even though Omar's swordsmanship skills are so poor that he can't even carve up a pig that was supposed to serve as the soldiers' dinner, Canute Canute secretly agreed with his head captain of the guard that Omar will be useful to them in starting to earn back the money that they need to support the army, and that the Kari's farm will be the first farm repossessed. And that's how the episode ends, guys.